Welcome back to a beautiful episode of Are We Still Friends? We're so happy to be here. This episode is going to be beautiful because we're beautiful.
I feel pumped up already, Alina.
I'm so happy that you said that. And I want to know what has been on your mind in regards to leaf blowers, because you said you had some news for us.
Yeah. Okay. In the bonus, Are We Still Talking recently?
Yeah.
I mentioned my qualm with leaf blowers.
It's a big word.
Thank you. I have been really upset about the leaf blower industry. I felt like the leaves were just going in everyone else's lawn. Okay.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
You said, that if you did it right, you were probably doing it correctly and that it wasn't going in your other people's lawn.
And what did I say? What was the purpose of it?
To get the leaves
gathered like a broom situation going into a bucket. Okay. And you said no. They just blow them onto everyone else's things.
That's right.
Okay.
So, in the spirit of F the leaf blowers,
okay,
I got myself a rake. And I said, let's give this shit a try. Raking's impossible. You got to get a leaf blower. You cannot rake. You cannot. It doesn't work.
And then the sound.
Nails
on chalkboard.
I was raking. The same area. The leaves went nowhere. I couldn't get my pile of leaves in the proper place.
You're going to get a leaf blower?
Hell yeah. I'm getting myself a leaf blower. I'm getting myself that backpack.
Have you ever thought about just getting a hairdryer?
Damn, Alina. That's a good idea.
Start there.
Okay. I'll go to practice with that.
Okay.
And maybe if I get the technique, as we watched in the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try a hair blower.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just dive into it. Enough of the pre-talk.
I think that... Well, where are you going to take it?
I'm going to take it from the bottom to the top. And I have a question for you. I have a question.
No, I don't want to take
Do you want to start from the middle?
Yes, because I really want to talk about one thing in particular.
Okay, let's start.
Before it becomes too old.
Oh my God. Start.
The earthquake in New York. Yeah. If you're listening and you were on the East Coast, this is for you. One, did you know that they could get earthquakes?
No, okay. I didn't know.
And do they know that they could get earthquakes?
I didn't think they knew.
I didn't think that they had tectonic plates under them that were
I had no idea there was a shuffle there.
But I guess tectonic plates, they're everywhere and they're moving everywhere. But why are earthquakes more common here?
We're sitting on a bigger fault.
Okay.
Boom,
okay.
roasted.
Seismologist.
Yeah. We're sitting right under a major quake.
Okay. So, did you feel like... Well, a lot of people in New York, they didn't even feel it, right?
Right.
But then a lot of people did. And it was kind of like, now you know what we go through.
Oh, I know. The surprise of it all.
Now you know what we deal with.
The terror.
On a weekly basis. And now you know why we're going to Twitter to tell everyone.
Oh, did you
That's
feel
the first place. Yeah. But I just thought it was funny because there was so much discourse about how they were like, oh my God, an earthquake. And it was like, they don't even know what our earthquake
number one, that was a
like.
4.8.
Yeah.
So calm down.
We have 6s daily.
Yeah. There's 6s around every corner here. Surprise, surprise. You wake up, it's a 6.
Yes.
You're asleep. You're in a 6.
You sleep through 6s here.
Yeah.
We sleep through that.
We don't even get out of our house unless it's like an 8 too.
Okay. So speaking of getting out of your house.
Yeah.
Okay. So it made me laugh because our lovely Preetha.
Lovely.
She's our designer. She makes all of our stuff look amazing. She was in Jersey and she felt it. Okay. And
she had to take the day off.
She goes, I thought I needed to go, downstairs. I didn't know what to do. And I said, she said, we went outside. And I said, oh, that's a good place to have gone.
I always go outside.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, really? I thought that I needed to go to the basement. I thought the basement was better than outside.
I don't think so.
And I thought, no, you want to be far away enough from things so they can't fall on you, and you want to be far enough away from glass shattering.
Yeah, sounds about right.
She said, oh, okay, so outside. What about the trees?
There's a lot of trees in
Jersey.
And I said,
do you live in a forest?
Yes.
She said, yes. And I'm like, the trees aren't going anywhere. You'll be fine. Just go outside. But it made me laugh because then some hours later, she realized that she completely confused tornado weather preparedness with earthquake, which is why she thought basement, which makes sense. And then it made me think, like, we don't know anything about so many natural disasters here on the West Coast.
No, we don't.
If there was a tornado, what do you think your best thing to do would be?
Scream. I would start with a scream. Let everyone know in my area I am frightened.
No one's going to hear you.
You don't think? Okay, so obviously I need to go below deck. I know what to do. You get in the tub.
No,
that's what I've seen in every movie. Get in the tub.
No.
100%.
See, I would think get in your car. Go Twister style.
Are you kidding me? Get in your car? You see those fucking cars flow
Have you seen
away.
Twister? They run away from that. Oh, they do run into the eye of the storm.
They go into the Twister.
They also, you can drive away.
But don't you think, based on every single zombie apocalypse movie that we've ever seen, that you don't want to get in your car and go some way because traffic? This is California, baby.
Oh, that's true.
We have traffic on a normal day.
A zombie apocalypse is equivalent to a tornado.
You never know, though. Because if that tornado is big enough, think about Sharknado.
Huh?
Think about Sharknado.
Sharks?
You've never heard or seen of Sharknado? When the sharks were in the tornadoes and being spit out publicly? Did you miss the Sharknado phenomenon?
Wow. Where was this?
Wow.
Can I look this up?
Yeah, this is historic. Number one, it's a movie. Number two, I think it was when COVID hit and everyone was obsessed. I think they made 3 Sharknados. But yeah, I'd assume if a tornado's happening in California, I'm getting in the tub. I'm not getting in the car. Bad answer is driving away.
Wow.
See? Is your mind getting blown?
How do
Tara
they
Reid was in
survive?
it.
How do they survive?
The sharks? A lot of people died, Alina. A lot of people were stopped in their tracks.
How do they survive? The sharks. How do the sharks survive without water?
Honestly, I really don't know. Maybe they adapt. See? Told ya.
This is a movie?
Yes. Oh, this wasn't during COVID. I was thinking Sharknado was COVID, and that's 2013. Wow, I got my whole timeline mixed up.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Okay, but we were talking about tornadoes.
And sharks could be involved in those.
Okay, so you think get into a tub.
Yeah.
I think get into your car and drive away from the storm.
You are in deep doo-doo.
But there's also bunkers, but we don't have bunkers.
Yeah,
here.
where would your bunker be?
Yeah, if we don't have the means to protect from a tornado, what other kind of things are there? Okay,
I wonder
hurricane?
if the Kardashians have a bunker.
I'm sure. Okay, if there's a hurricane,
I'm staying indoors, obviously.
Are you grabbing a pole or something?
What I would do for that scenario would be board up the windows. That's what they do.
Okay.
They board them up because, like we were saying, glass-free zones.
Okay.
And I would maybe go on the second floor because if a floor collapses, I probably want to be up top.
Okay.
And if the hurricane creates a flood, roof.
Well, tsunami, you definitely want to be at the highest point.
Yeah, tsunami, I think I'm screwed.
Highest point.
But what if the tsunami comes all the way up to my house? There is no highest point. I'm underwater, baby.
Tree. Climb a tree.
I'm so good at climbing trees. I told you there's nobody that can shimmy faster than me. Nobody.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen those lumberjack competitions where they shimmy up trees and they cut they cut through wood? You've never seen one of those? Oh, it's life-changing. I can shimmy like those men. Have you ever shimmied up a tree?
I've climbed a tree to get nestled in there.
How fast?
I wasn't speed test. It was just kind of casually.
Okay, so this was a casual climb.
Casual climb, yeah.
You're just chilling on the first branch.
Yes.
Like, I will go top tree.
Okay.
And as quickly as I can.
Okay, so you'd be fine in a tsunami.
No problem.
Saying. Okay. So yeah, that was it. It's just more that we don't really know how, like, we're over here laughing at what people in New York are doing for their earthquake, but we don't really know a lot over here on the West Coast about things besides earthquakes. Like, we made earthquake kits in school.
I know.
And that's kind of the extent of our knowledge. And then even to that, we've gotten different studies on what to do in an earthquake.
I know. Before they put us under desks. I wouldn't go there now.
No, now it's go outside and get away from glass.
And before they told us to like stand in a doorway.
Yeah.
I don't feel I'd go to a doorway either.
Yeah, there's no way doorways are that like insanely strong.
No.
Anyway, that was it. That was my earthquake rant. Shall we talk about Gypsy Rose and the insane week she's had?
Yeah. But should we also mention while we're on weather that we're talking during the solar eclipse?
I know.
Like it's happening.
So if the recording cuts out and all the footage is lost,
we'll
know why. We'll know why.
Sarah and Alina.
Okay, you know how you were like, well, I don't really understand the big deal. Did you know that, like, okay, we were talking about umbraphiles. Umbraphiles are people who are chasing eclipses. Like, all the hotels in Dallas are sold out. The umbraphiles are there. They're going there.
I'm glad they're connecting
to check it out. But yeah, I do have to say, I thought we were in more of the path of totality.
No, we're nowhere near.
We're going to get part of it for sure, but not all of it. And someone had said there's no way that like the whole US can see it at the same time. And there's quite a big path. There's quite a big path. A lot of people are seeing it at the same time. But anyway, yeah. Is there anything more to say about that?
I'm gonna go look at it after this with my eyeballs and just to like test it for the group.
Well, have you heard?
Yeah, I heard you go blind, but we'll see.
No. Have you heard that experts are warning you to keep your dogs safe?
Oh shit. No.
Yeah. And
how do we do it?
You keep them indoors and you make sure that they're not out there looking at the sun.
Okay. Well, that seems really straightforward.
It does, but do you know the amount of people that are just letting their dogs roam around and their dogs might look up at the sky and see it and then bam, they've hurt their eyes.
I'd like a poll or a toll or, some kind of number reference tomorrow to see how many dogs are dead or blind.
Say that.
No, they're going to make it. Come on.
No, that was really mean.
I mean, it's not going to be Ollie.
That was really mean.
There's no way these dogs are going out. Think of the solar
There
eclipse
is a way,
17.
though. No, they won't die, but they may go blind from looking at the sun.
I feel like we're hyping it up. And
no,
that's why I want to test it for the group.
Right now, what you just said, I want to know tomorrow how many dogs die.
Yeah.
That is true proof right there. What Kelly said. You're not a dog person.
No, I'm here sitting next to you to rile you up.
Dog people don't say things like that. Oh my God, that was all the proof in the world that I needed.
Fine.
Dog people don't say things like that.
Listen, I'm sitting here, I'm chatting with you. I like to see what I can say to get your goat.
No,
I do.
Not true.
It's a part of the process for me.
No,
I like to see what make you giggle.
You don't cross that line, and you cross that line if you're not actually a dog person. It's just proving the point. It's all right.
You're right. I backtracked, I backed forward, and here I am. I'm sitting in my shit.
Yeah.
Just like the dogs. Anyways, yes, Gypsy Rose having quite a week. Divorce, ex-boyfriend. I mean,
nose job.
Just like us. She's just like us. She's being more relatable by the second. Who doesn't break up with their current boyfriend to get back with their ex-boyfriend?
I guess.
One of us.
I just feel like...
And get matching tattoos? I mean, let's go.
Okay, so you're like really big fan.
No, I mean, I am just like a big fan of watching what happens.
Okay, see, I feel the opposite. Okay, I feel like she needs to take a beat.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We should not have this much access to everything she's doing. And she should not be doing things that are even like the life she's had.
I know.
To come out and like have all that press, I just thought it was so weird and so odd. And also so odd that everyone was so congratulatory and excited for her.
I know.
When it was like, maybe she needs a beat. It's the same way when you go through something, you kind of need a beat. And I feel like everyone was like her biggest fan. And now I feel like, you don't know her. We don't know her. And her true self and everything she's going through, it's all playing out. And it's just kind of like, I feel like everyone now is kind of like, oh, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have like
done all that,
glamorized how
I know
insane, how insane everything was.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean,
I know.
I'm
honestly with you. I'm on your side. I thought it was jarring, wild behavior because of obviously everything that happened to like have this much, I don't know, eyeballs on you right now when you're going through such a pivotal time in your life.
And it's not like you're, a Britney Spears who's literally had, you're a celebrity. You've had fame on you your entire life. Even then, at times, we shouldn't have had eyeballs on Britney, but she was unfortunately already a celebrity. She was someone that was like, she was a superstar.
Yeah.
And it just felt like such big ick. Like, why are we doing this as a society?
I know.
Like all this PR and all this, it just doesn't seem right. And now,
I know,
she's going through it. And just how any normal people do, but I guess it's just not. It's just all so publicized. And, what do you think she's going to get done next? Like.
I know. I mean, yeah.
You think maybe a BBL?
Oh, God, I hope not. I heard the timeline once you get that done is like, you have to like lay on your stomach for 3 months.
It's really, it's really invasive and dangerous. I hope not, but
as a culture, we should
do all of that in 1 week.
I know. We should just give her a year and then circle back with her.
Yeah, circle back.
I'd love to circle back and get an update on the full year.
Yeah.
But like, let's remove our eyeballs for now.
I know.
Let the growth occur and then check back in.
Yeah. Because what if great things happen, or what if horrible things happen? We shouldn't be apart now.
It's almost kind of like she's just starting to like exist in her own life, and it shouldn't be watched.
Yes, it's like voyeurism.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Just watching somebody.
Yeah, but like creepy.
Like you shouldn't be watching them.
Yeah, like people put stuff in like hotel rooms and just like watch people. Creepy. Anyway, so what I think is kind of funny though, okay? She made this whole big stink that her ex, his D was fire.
Yeah.
And then she dropped him like an empty bag of potato chips.
Oh my God. And a travel size bag too.
Yeah.
Not even full size.
Yeah. Travel size. And he's just left. Obviously, we don't know. We don't know what's going on between them.
Just imagine if they were just maybe boyfriend, girlfriend for the time being. Like they had to go full husband, wife.
I know.
And now she's divorced.
I know.
The big D.
And what if in the divorce the irreconcilable
differences.
Irreconcilable differences is D was not fire.
Circling back on the D, it was actually low grade.
Like, did she get another D? And then she was like,
This is
actually fire.
Was this an ex from prison, or was this an ex from before prison?
I think prison. Yeah, okay. They wrote to each other.
Anytime I say prison, I have to say Prison Mike from The Office.
I don't know the reference.
Damn.
But we need to circle back. I mean, we can talk about it right now.
Right. So this is the last thing we'll say.
Yeah.
And then we'll circle back.
We could talk about it, but don't, the appearances.
Oh, like she should talk about.
Yeah. The podcast appearances, the press run, like all that.
She did all that with her ex-husband.
I know. And there was some awkward moments there where she was telling him to shh.
Shit, she shushed him? We should have known when she shushed him.
She was telling him to stop talking, and she did this thing to him that her mom used to do to her.
Are you kidding me, Alina?
To tell her to stop talking. It's just eerie. But anyway, yeah, let's circle back in a year.
Yeah.
We don't need to know what's going on.
Mark
we can
this
theorize right now.
Yeah.
We can say, how many D's do you think that she had to know if his was or wasn't fire? Probably wasn't very fire. I mean, like,
hilarious. To write that on the internet.
Hilarious to say, like, it's just like you don't just love him because he's your husband. It's it kind of reminded me of, you know, when you're young and you don't really understand relationships.
Oh yeah, good times.
And you say weird things.
The weirdest.
Like it's like kind of off. Like you're like, you know, or like a gay man pretending that he's interested in women.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, oh yeah, like her tits were so round, you know? And it's like, that was kind of off.
Yeah.
You don't even really know,
no.
You know? Her saying his D was fire was kind of like,
has she ever seen his D?
That type of thing? Know that the D is actually fire? Like,
yeah,
we don't say those things.
Yes, that's true. Like I was saying, it's like she's
like
just
maybe
fresh
you'd
to the
say
world.
Like, he's good in bed. Yeah, better reference. But his D was fire. It
lit up the world, lit up the globe.
It did light up the PR world. It did. Anyway.
Good luck, Gypsy, and we'll see you next April 8th, 2025.
Yeah.
We'll do a check back.
We will check back in with you, and hopefully no one gets any updates.
Yeah. I had a random question for you. So I know you don't watch Bravo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's this whole thing. There's this whole thing happening with like someone being a flower boy. He's an adult man, by the way. And it kind of brought this thought to me.
Wait.
Yeah, I know. Circle back, right? So the
flower boy is for
a young
boys.
Boy.
It's not flower man.
Right. At this wedding, there's no kids allowed. So they're having flower boys.
Get a dog.
It's in Mexico. So they have to bring their dog to Mexico?
There's tons of dogs in Mexico.
We can't just get a random dog. Was Ollie your flower boy?
We wanted him to be, but he was too scared. He wouldn't.
So he wasn't at the ceremony.
He was sleeping, but my nephew was our flower boy. Obviously, if you have a child, like they should do it.
Yes, of course.
Over Ollie. Ollie was there.
He was backup just in case.
Yeah.
This is my question for you. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of like wedding stuff come up because it's like it's about to be summer, yada yada yada. What do you think about like being a bridesmaid in someone's wedding and then, you know, it's your turn to get married and you don't want that person to be a bridesmaid? Awkward?
So awkward.
Do you not like what do you do? What about like wedding parties in general?
That's so uncomfortable. Maybe don't be their friend at all. Like,
oh shit! So you're dumping them?
I think that like say you were one of my bridesmaids. Okay, and then you had a wedding and I was one of your bridesmaids.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I would question everything.
Okay, so like,
what
would
about
you still come to the wedding? So
yeah, I would still come to your wedding.
Would you?
Of course, I'd still be there, but I would be hurt.
Okay, I would be like thinking about it the whole time.
Yeah,
as you're watching like bridesmaids walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if your bridesmaid was just like your sister and your friend that you have like known for 20 years, I wouldn't be offended.
Okay, so if there's basically one girl in the bridal party, fine.
Totally.
But if there's 5 girls up there,
8 girls up there, and I'm not one of them. Well, this seems kind of personal. Like, are you planning? Are you planning something?
No, I've just been seeing so much bride stuff coming back up, and like, bridesmaid stuff coming back up.
Is this your way of telling me that I'm not going to be your bridesmaid?
No, I just think like you get to a certain age, and like again, I'm out here I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but like
that's
the
what
whole
we've been doing.
Yeah, all I like to do is yuck your yum. But I'm gonna say this first. I feel like you get to a certain age and you can't have a wedding party. Well, that's just how I feel.
That's what we did.
You had no wedding party.
No wedding party.
Right. Like I think like you just like if you.
So yeah, I have to backtrack in that. If
like,
you're doing
I wouldn't have a wedding party.
Okay, yes. I think it's weird. I think then you end up with people that you didn't actually want to be in your wedding party.
Totally. And then
they're standing
back at
up
pictures
there
like 10 years later.
Exactly. And then there's obligation because you got to put like someone's like brother or sister from the other side that maybe you're not even that close with. So we just went none. We didn't follow, so many traditions because we were just like, just because these are traditions that everyone else does doesn't mean that I'm going to do them. No. So if I'm not your bridesmaid, I don't care.
Right.
Obviously, because I didn't actually do it. But if we're talking, both of us had very traditional weddings. Both of us had like 8 bridesmaids. If I picked you, or if you picked me, and then I had 8 people, but you weren't one of them, you'd be hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I think
But just eliminate the bridal party altogether.
Eliminate it. It causes so much stress.
If you don't have any boys, Don't have a flower man.
No, don't have a flower man. Don't do it. And especially like this guy's like 40 that I'm talking about.
You just ditch the flowers.
Just have nobody walk down the aisle beside you
before you get there.
I just think like when you're looking at pictures and you have like 10 people off the back of you, like all in matching dresses, like chooky.
I know.
Cringy.
All in the same colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It never like looks good. I don't know.
But it should just be you two up there.
At the same time,
it should just be you two up there.
If you're really young,
it should just be you two up there.
Right. You're right. I agree. It should just be you two up there.
Chances that those people are going to be your friends in 10, 15 years, there's probably going to be one person out of there by now.
That's
one
right.
person.
One person makes
one
it
person
to 50.
Yeah.
You're 25 and you're looking at your pictures.
Exactly.
You're like, who are those girls?
Think about people we knew in our 20s that we don't talk to now. It happens.
Basically everyone.
It happens.
I know. And I don't know. I think it's an age thing.
I know.
It's an age thing.
I
like
know.
If we would have got married at 22, I can imagine I'd have 30 girls behind me like, let's go, girls. Let's go up to the altar.
Yeah. Oh, you did have a lot of friends.
I know. I did.
Yeah.
Past tense.
Yeah.
They're dwindling.
Cut them out.
Baby.
You cut them out. I need to talk to you about something. It's actually really important that we talk to it.
Are we going to is it going to change us?
It's voodoo. No. It's something that has been on my mind lately. Okay.
God.
Do you want the backstory or do you just want straight into it?
I would say sprinkle the backstory to me. Hit me with a sprinkle.
What do you think is a hot guy hobby?
Damn, what a discussion. This is going to say a lot about me, I feel like. You know, like I don't know if I want to say... I don't know. Here we go. Hot guy hobby.
Okay. I feel like I need to give a little bit of a context here.
Okay.
So Noelle's been playing some game called like Magic the Dragon or something.
Oh, no.
It's got to do with cards and stuff.
Oh,
and
no.
he was talking about it the other day and let him play. Obviously, I'm not going to not let him play. And then I told him I'm really happy for him.
Oh,
and
good. Way to pep him up.
and he was learning.
Oh, good for him learning.
And he bought like a special mat for it and all this
purchasing
stuff. Yeah.
Good,
okay.
Good.
And then I said to him, I said, yeah, it's like a pretty unattractive hobby.
Yeah, that's like the lowest.
And he goes, wait, what? And I go, yeah, like if we first met and you told me that you were playing Magic the Gathering or whatever.
You bought yourself a map?
I don't know if I would have found you as hot.
No, that D would not have been fire.
No. And he was like, wait, he just looked so sad. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, like there's such a thing like as like hobbies that are hot.
Yeah.
And that hobbies that are just kind of like, but obviously you're my husband and I love you to death. And I think you're the hottest person on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want.
Literally anything.
You can do whatever you want. But in isolation, if you're asking me if the hobby is attractive, it's not. It's not. Okay. And if I just met you and I found out about it, I'd be a little bit like, ew.
I love this conversation.
And then he was like, what's a hot guy hobby? And I was like,
were you spitting things off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Whoa. What are yours?
Working on cars.
Hot guy hobby.
Oh
right? My God. You're right.
Yes.
Like under the car, like tinkering and shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, tinker.
Yeah.
He like
hot
is
guy.
on that little like skateboard thing and he like pushes himself out and he's got like grease and stuff all over him.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hot guy hobby.
Working out.
That's where you lose me.
Okay. Hot guy hobby.
Okay.
Yeah, help me.
Okay. I was gonna say reading.
That's not yeah.
I just think it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Like you're in like your room reading a book.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's a book that you're learning something. Like, oh my God, you're reading quietly? Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, hold me back, baby.
And you have glasses on?
Corbin wears glasses.
Noel doesn't have glasses. I don't mind, Noel, that you don't have glasses.
But get them quickly.
But, yeah.
I also like, embarrassing hot guy hobbies like fishing. Like being outdoorsy. Like I hate camping. I kill myself. Like do not bring me outdoors.
Yeah.
I'd like it if you camped.
Yeah. I think outdoor activities. I think activities like you play a sport.
Yeah. I think in general, like I want to know that he could survive. So like if he's doing like things like fixing a car, fixing the house, camping.
I told Noel cooking.
Cooking, but I'm the hot guy cooking.
Then I said picnics, and he was like, "You lost me there."
So you're just trying to get him to take you on picnic.
Yeah. He was like, "That's not one." But I have this theory that any boy or man boy,
the males
with hair color between blonde and brown, so we're talking blonde. They play card games. They play
card games,
wizard kind of games.
Solitaire? What do you mean card
Magic
game?
the Gathering is a card game.
Oh, I thought it was a computer game.
No.
So he's playing.
It's like Pokemon style.
What? He's basically playing Pokemon?
Yeah.
With his own set of cards?
Yeah.
Like pulling a card?
And guess who's teaching him?
Oh no. Who?
Spock. And guess what color hair Spock has?
Blonde.
Blonde.
How did Noel get into this? He has dark hair. There's no need.
No, you're missing my joke.
What is it?
Think about all the boys that go to those little card shops, those little games. You know those stores?
Game shop?
Yeah, where they go and they sit in there and they play for hours.
No, I've never even. No.
What do you mean? No.
I don't know game stores. Like I know video games.
Yeah, but they play card games there too.
I've never stepped inside one.
They play all kinds of games in there.
Wow, a place for men to hang out and
Think
play.
about the men that are going there. I would say that they're 80% bronze. You know what I mean?
I understand what you mean. Yes.
Bronze be playing card games.
But like why is that true? Like I'm not sure.
It is true.
It's just like how did your mind go there?
It's the kind of man I've seen gone in there.
Have you stepped in those stores?
Yes, with Noel, plenty of times.
Wow.
Whenever we travel, if there's a game store of any sort, we're in there, and I'm checking out the men that are in there, and there's a lot of bronze in there.
Any hotties?
Not to me.
Well, I mean, like, in general, you see any, like, cuties?
Noel?
Okay, so Noel's bringing up the average, is what you're saying.
I mean, Noel's hot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm on board.
Yeah. So, okay. So now you understand he's playing a card game.
Yeah. I guess that is cool. Yeah, you know, I'm really excited for him to like try this new hobby out, and hopefully, you know, it leads him into maybe another direction. Hopefully, a hot guy hobby. You know, like maybe he puts down the cards.
He does hot guy hobbies as well. You know, I think every dude ends up having a hobby that's not a hot guy hobby. Like does Corbin have a not hot guy hobby?
Corbin's non-hot guy hobby is working. Like I hate when he goes to work and it's like making money for the family. I'm like, come on, man. No, I'm just kidding. That's hot guy hobby. I was trying to think of golf, but I think that's a hot guy hobby too. And I like when he can hit the ball so hard that I'm like, hot. You know?
I don't think that golf's a hot guy hobby because they leave you for hours at a time on the weekend. That's a horrible hobby.
Well, that's true.
That's pertinent time that we could be together.
I know, trust me.
And you're leaving me.
I know.
To go play golf.
I know. But if you saw how hard he could smash the ball, chef's kiss. I think if Noel gets really good at his magic card game,
he will get good at it. Noel is good at anything.
Yes. When he gets really good and he's like jumping levels and he's like gaining new maps and new coins and maybe new trinkets, you're going to be watching him like.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
You think I'm going to be into it?
I do. I think it's going to just take a little twist of the turn, twist of the table. You see the gems that are on the table and bam. Hot guy hobby. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're playing with him.
I think another not hot guy hobby is video games.
Video games is the least hot guy hobby.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
Hearing him talk to other people.
I know. Corbin used to play video games. We don't have time for that shit anymore. But I used to be like, oh, this is fun. Like watching.
No. The way they talk to each other.
On their headsets.
Yeah.
They're like, so
they're attacking mid. They're attacking mid.
I'm like, why don't you just like go outside with your friends? Just go outside. Go play. Like, why you gotta sit in here?
They're not 5.
Yeah, but we go outside and play with our friends.
That's true. That's true.
There's nothing less hot than when they take out that headset and put it on and are like, and they start, and then you see them like, hey guys, you're like, oh fuck.
I know. We're just haters this episode.
It's fun to hate on stuff though.
Oh, I love being a hater.
Right now we're just privately hating on it, you know?
Yeah, no one's here with us
exactly.
at all.
Like, you know, sometimes we gotta yuck the yum and other times we'll yum it. Right now, with, you know, non-hot Guy Hobbies.
Yeah.
It's going to be silly.
Yeah.
But I love this topic. Thank you for bringing this up, Alina. I really feel like this made my day.
If you guys have any hot guy hobbies to add to the list, throw them our way in the comments. I really want to know like what more of them are.
I think the hottest guy hobby that we discussed, cars. For sure. Because then it's like, you can fix my car if something goes wrong with it. Mr. Fix-Its.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, next thing. I'm gonna get closer to you. Let's cuddle.
This is unrelated, but it's about golf, and I'm just watching the new season of Curb.
Oh, I can't wait to watch.
And they're out golfing, and Susie gets this new little puppy dog, and they hear like really, really loud. And you're not a dog person, so this is a perfect story for you. They hear the dog like yelping, and a coyote is clearly eating it. And what's Larry's manager's name?
I don't know.
Okay, he's like,
I know who you're talking about.
I live right over there. And he's like, oh. Larry's like, do you think it could be your dog? And he's like, it could be, you know? And they're just like listening to this dog like yelped and like squealing. And then it kind of stops. And then he's like, oh, should I like go home and like check on him? And Larry's like, well, I mean, like if he got taken, he got taken. Like you might as well just finish your game, like, you know. Might as well finish your game out. There's nothing you could really do from here. So, and he's like, oh, well, you have a point. And they keep playing their golf game.
My God, were you melting out of your chair?
Yes. And then they get home and the puppy's there and he's like, oh my God, he's here. And Susie's like, yeah, of course he's here. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
No.
And they're like, oh, well, we were playing golf down there and we heard a dog yelping and a coyote seemed like it was had maybe eaten a dog and we thought maybe it was, you know, this dog. And she goes, so what'd you do? And they go, oh, we kept playing the game. And she goes, you kept playing the game? You didn't come check on the poor dog? And they're like, well, if it was eaten, it would have been eaten. And she goes, what, did you not think about me and how I would be feeling? And maybe I'd be upset. And then they're like, yeah, you really didn't come into the equation at all. We didn't think of you. She gets pissed and walks away. And I just felt like it was like the quintessential Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. And it's like so perfect. It's like, what would you do?
I'd go check on the dog.
Oh, okay. I didn't think you would say that.
Do you think I would have let my dog die?
Yeah.
I would run to its rescue and murder the coyote.
Okay.
With my golf club.
Obviously, doesn't need to be said. I would do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't need to be said.
Yeah, I would sprint up that hill.
Even if it wasn't my dog. If I heard a dog in trouble, my heart.
Okay, now you're selling it. You're selling it now. That was a stretch by Sarah.
Well, you know, I had to make up for lost eyeballs.
I know.
Since the solar eclipse.
Shall we talk about March Madness? You know, I have a bracket.
Honestly, I do know how you have a bracket, and I want to know if you had a girls' bracket.
I think so.
You're not positive.
I think we did a girls' bracket because it was like the girls' bracket was more interesting, and I had Drake to win.
Both? Drake is in both girls and boys?
I don't know. Is that a telltale?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I didn't make a bracket.
Oh, but isn't there a women's team for Drake and men's team for Drake?
Typically there's a boys and girls team, but like the boys team could make the tournament, but the girls team couldn't. It's not just like, like you have to make the tournament. Not every team gets into the tournament. Okay. It's based off your like season record.
Okay.
So it's potential.
Yeah.
And you had Drake to win.
Yeah. No, I had them winning some other team. What? I don't know. I don't know sports.
I know. And it's fun to make a bracket. Honestly, I really wanted to make a bracket, and I always like to participate that way. And then I, never get to watch any games.
But you watched.
So yes, I want to talk to you about it because I watched the women's tournament for the first time. I'm going to dox myself. Never have watched women's basketball before. And it was so good. And I felt like, number one, I'd been missing out for years.
Okay.
Number two, I feel like everyone this year, maybe it was just me, but I felt like everyone was on board and like so many more people were watching. And I wish I had the stat on top of my head, but I think they broke multiple records for Final Four and for the final game for women.
Records like for viewership?
For viewership.
Wow.
Yeah. And, you know, I feel like when I was watching, I was like listening to the commentators, and I just, as something that bothers me in general, I feel like they always like compare the women and men, like she's so good she could play with the men. And I don't know why that bothers me so much, because I feel like, well, like she's so good she's just playing with the women. Like, does it have to be this one person being good enough to play with men? Like, I feel like watching women's basketball and men's basketball, that you're watching, you know, two different versions of the same game. Like, I feel like there's so much enjoyment with watching the women because they're doing stuff that's different, not even necessarily better or worse. And the same with men. Like, it's just a different game. And
it's almost like a compliment, but then like
exactly.
putting it underneath, like underneath a ceiling.
Yeah, I could tell that, like, it's like, wow, she's so good she played with the guys, but it's like, does it have to be that line? Like, do you have to be like, I don't know. What I was thinking about it when I was watching was like, I feel like there's a ton of stuff that women do that technically you could say like they're better than men, but like men still do that thing. Like, women aren't like, we do it better, you shouldn't do it, you know?
Yeah. Like,
women are doing it the way women are doing it, and men are doing it the way men are doing it, and you could watch both and get enjoyment in the same way.
Yeah, like what's an example
of that women are better at? Everything. Cooking. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Women can like do anything better. I mean,
there was a multitasking challenge.
Multitasking?
And the man was so good. I just feel like you'd never hear them say, oh my God, he was so good, he could play with the women in the multitasking challenge.
I mean, I guess like I more think of like all my work environments growing up. Like, I mean, not to dox on men, but like women just happen to be, you know, fucking smarter. We all know that based on the stats. So it's not like we're like, men don't come out here and compete, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know why that bothers
you personally.
Me so much. Yeah, I take it very personal because I'm a woman athlete, and I felt like, you know, I love to watch women's soccer and men's soccer, and it's a totally different game, just like basketball. It's just, I don't know. Do men like watching women play? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like one of those people who like maybe would have just turned on a men's sport before and not seen the women. And now I feel like, holy shit, like I've literally, even as a woman, like I've been missing out so much on the opportunity to watch this style of game and like to watch these girls play. And it was so much fucking fun. Like, the men's tournament is tonight, and I'm excited to watch, but like, I feel like so many people tuned in, and I didn't know if that was, I mean, obviously there's a couple superstars, so that's bringing in a lot of people too. And I'm just kind of excited to see like what this next year brings for women's basketball, the WNBA, and for women's college basketball.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like it's on the rise, and it's exciting, I think, being a girl and seeing, you know, more than just women tune in, like men being excited for it too.
Yeah. That's something that we haven't seen much of.
I know.
Yeah. I think the games are just exciting.
They are so exciting. And
well, I haven't watched them, but I've heard that the women's games are very exciting.
Yeah, they are. And I guess I should like let it go. Like, I know they're just trying to be nice. Like, oh, she could play with the guys, but it's like, yeah, she could. Like, she could also play with the girls, and it could also be just as good.
Yeah.
And then like everyone tweeting, like, I just feel like if you're around a guy and he's tweeting like, I could beat Caitlin Clark, like, dump the guy. Like, what a loser. Like, I bet you can't beat her. I would love to see all those people try to play against her.
Unless it was a joke.
Yeah, then if it was a joke, I'd be like, bad fucking joke.
You were on Twitter?
Yeah, I was on Twitter because I was trying to see what was trending.
Wow.
I know.
And what'd you find?
Honestly, I found some Taylor Swift stuff.
Oh. She's trending?
Yes, because her new album's coming out.
Another one?
Yeah.
That's crazy, and I don't want to talk about it.
I know. I know. We won't. I promise.
She just had one, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just throwing them out there now.
Yeah,
left,
that
right, and
output
center.
is just insane for people. Like, it is.
I know.
It is.
Well, I think people are excited about this because it's like she's talking about her last relationship, and so people love the fucking tea, myself included.
Yeah,
I love to see like what she's saying about ex-boyfriends because I'm like, love it, especially because that was such a private relationship. I'm like, tell it all.
yeah.
Tell
not
us.
private anymore.
Nope. No, it's
Now
not.
everyone knows everything.
Speaking of singers,
Yeah,
JoJo Siwa, big rebrand.
yeah.
She's out there in the world.
What have you heard about it?
Honestly, I haven't heard much. I went to her Instagram and she's doing like the classic thing, right? It's like she was a child star, and now she's a grown up and
Yeah.
like wants to be taken seriously and move into a new direction. We've seen it with Miley, with Selena, with all the Disney stars.
Yeah,
It's around par for the course. It's like, I think it's just hard in general for like people that have been known for a certain thing, especially like very kind of like a young fan base, right?
Mhm.
And now she's trying to be like older and like stepping into like a new scene, and it's just like, go for it. I think people just try to take somebody down or like say this is so weird because you've only seen them like do little kid stuff.
yeah. But have you heard the song?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah. So there's definitely room for improvement.
Well, I mean, like for sure. But
Yeah.
it's like it's so hard to make the leap. Like you're just like,
No.
no.
No, I don't understand your what's the word again? I don't understand your like empathy sometimes for people.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
Like she was in interviews saying,
Oh
like,
God. Well, I haven't seen interviews.
no one's done this kind of rebrand before.
Oh God, she was.
Yes.
Oh, I was honestly just looking at her Instagram.
No. And then
Oh, so like everyone has done this kind of rebrand.
yeah,
Literally,
it's
like-
been done many times.
Yeah.
Many times. Honestly, I think whenever I've seen videos of her, I like her vibe. I think she's entertaining.
Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Okay, no.
But the song is
No.
pretty bad.
Rough.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
rough.
yeah.
So I don't disagree with people like
Yeah. Well, people like hating on her for trying or for like the song.
the song.
Yeah, the song's bad. We're aligned.
No, you were over here saying, well, people are trying to tear her down for just having a trance, and this is the same thing you did with J-Lo.
Well, J-Lo, man, I felt bad for J-Lo after I saw how hard she was trying.
I know, but you have too much empathy for these people that don't need your empathy.
No, I'm not saying the song is good. Let me clarify. I hated the song. I'm saying like this is classic what people do when like there's a young person and they're trying to make that a new adult leap. It's like this is like a tale as old as time. Like literally, if she's saying this is the first time anyone's done this, tale as old as time. She tries to be a grown up version of herself. Normally, like a more like sexualized version, right? Like I'm doing this and I'm an adult and take me seriously. And it's like, yeah, okay, we'll get there. Like we got you back. We don't think you're a kid anymore. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like, is what she did amazing? Do I love the song? No, I don't love the song. But like, is she trying to be a grown up? Yeah, and she'll get there. We'll take you seriously soon enough once we like your song.
Okay.
It's like the same thing. It's like Ariana Grande did it too. Like any person that was a child star has to try to grow up, and apparently the only way to do that, it seems, is to be more sexy.
I don't.
I'm trying to get.
I think she's just trying to do music.
I'm trying to get less sexy as I get older.
I don't think she's trying to be more sexy.
You don't think like her new music video was sexy? Trying to be sexy?
Mm-mm.
You didn't get sexy vibes.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, then how dare you? I mean, it was just trying to be grown up. And what my version of that in my head is that like they're trying to be, I guess grown up is sexy. Right? I mean, like think of all the sexy
If you
things.
found her sexy, like just say that.
No.
Like,
I'm just trying to say the general like arc from child to like take me seriously is like, I'm going to be sexy.
yeah.
Like, right? Like Miley did the same thing.
Yeah.
Selena, like her album was like naked on the
It's just
cover.
them like trying to be
An adult.
An adult.
Right. But isn't it always like, but I'm sexy? Like, you know, when you think about it, all these kids, when they're trying to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm back to air quotes.
I know.
I ran a long time with these motherfucking bunnies, and now they're back.
I know. Do you think that Gypsy Rose is going to take a JLo approach?
Oh.
Do you think that she's going to try to tell everything about herself that we didn't ask for?
Oh no. I hope not. She could learn from
Well,
it.
you're over here saying, "Oh, you know,
Pen Affleck.
JLo is so brave and so beautiful for just trying to put herself out there." You're out here giving inspiration to Gypsy Rose.
No, what I said was
Gypsy Rose is going to listen to that and she's going to say, "Sarah said I can do anything I want, just like JLo could do anything she wants, and I'm gonna tell my greatest
love story,
D story, never told."
God, I hope not. But what I said was like, I felt so bad about my hatred for the JLo movie. I felt so guilty watching it in reverse order.
Yeah.
Like, if I would have watched the backstory first and then watched the movie, maybe I could have been like, I see what you were going for here.
Yeah.
But because I watched the movie thinking it was the documentary, it was the worst thing I'd ever seen.
I know. I'm aware.
So, no, I hope Gypsy Rose, remember, goes under, like, you know, prepares for winter, basically hibernates until next 2025.
Yeah.
That's what I hope happens. And I hope people just give her a break so she can learn, you know, to be the human outside of her mom in jail. It takes a long time. I mean, I don't know the steps.
You're over here. Cut everyone breaks and slacks. That's what Sarah's motto is. Give everyone a break.
Everyone's just out here trying. Everyone's just out here working their hardest.
No, I don't like that.
Their best.
I don't like that take.
What? What's your JoJo Siwa take?
I mean, people are going to criticize you when you put yourself out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just comes with the territory.
Criticize.
And if people don't like the song and they think that there's room for improvement, they're going to tell you.
I feel like you mentioned something about this song sounding like a different song. What was the whole...
We'll play it in the bonus because we can't play it here. But it's really bad. Like, of course people are going to tear you apart if they think it's bad.
I know.
Doesn't mean that you should stop trying.
No.
You got to believe in yourself.
Back yourself.
Take yourself to where you want to go. But people are just going to be honest, sometimes to a fault. That's just what happens.
I know.
Well, we're at the close of our episode. We will continue on chatting, having a good time, arguing a little bit because I'm seeing some flaws here in the logic. And we are going to continue on in our Patreon where we do an extra 30 at patreon.com/AWSF pod. We will see you there if you want to join. Bye.